Daily misogyny in Kenya issues. Raw footage of a governor viciously slapping a woman member of parliament is circulated in the mainstream media. A few minutes later, the governor is interviewed by the press outside his office. When asked about the violence, he laughs and says he has no recollection of the event. A few hours later, the governor, who had no recollection of the slap, goes to the central police station with his wife in tow to report an assault against him by the woman parliamentarian. Proof of this violence is based on a medical examination report from a clinic in the city. A young girl is gang raped by 6 men and thrown into an abandoned pit latrine as she walked home from a funeral. The girl suffers extensive injuries to her spine, including fistula. The girl identified her rapists, who were arrested by the police, but was subsequently released with an order to slash grass at the police station. Campaigns. Actions designed to bring attention to the extent of violence against women emerge using the cases as symbolic of larger systemic issues: patriarchy and misogyny. Globally, an estimated 736 million women, almost 1 in 3, have been subjected to intimate partner violence, non-partner sexual violence, or both at least once in their life. 30% of the women were aged 15 years and older. Most violence against women is perpetrated by current or former husbands or intimate partners. In the Middle East and North Africa, 40 to 60% of women have experienced street-based sexual harassment. These campaigns started off as social media engagements using hashtags, but were quickly accompanied by coordinated offline action by formal organizations and independent feminist activists. Key messages: Governor must go, resignation. Justice for Liz, legal action. Challenges encountered. Degree of harm. Why should we ask someone who only slapped an unruly woman to step down from his role? There are bigger issues like corruption to focus on. Defining violence by some men against women as acceptable distinguishes unacceptable violence as isolated, criminal, and not structural. Social media campaigns are middle-class problems. What about the real women? Liz is an easier person to campaign for because she's young and from the rural area. The member of parliament is loud and not respectable. Patriarchy reconstitutes itself when faced with resistance. Feminists experienced surveillance in the digital sphere with the aim of subverting their campaigns and silencing them. Tactics. Provide direct support to victims and survivors of violence who are at the center of campaigns. Pursue legal and political action beyond social media, targeting political parties where political actors are involved, the police and legal system where the justice system is a focus. Mobilize feminist activists outside formal institutional affiliations to build campaigns. Can you develop organic actions, co-create knowledge, and shared responsibility towards a singular objective? Bypass tough wars and institutional branding through a focus on the injustice. Rotate labor, including who does media interviews, and agree on key talking points. Can organizations quickly reallocate institutional resources to the campaigns? When organizations see collective action as part of strengthening individual mandates rather than in competition, it enlarges space for dissent against patriarchal counter-movements. Use social capital available to you. Do you know ministers, members of parliament, media personalities within your personal networks that you can mobilize to publicize the issues? Social media platforms facilitate greater transnational solidarity within a single country, where geographical divides can create city-centric approaches to issues. It also expands national concerns to a global audience, thus drawing both political and economic resources towards shared feminist concerns.